Hey, we got to get this stop.
Hey, alert, alert.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, Zoom.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
From the 27, Rosen got an open man. It's Ratley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
To Joe Mixon. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? 61.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
I'm coming for you.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A little juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Nine yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, Mixon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
Check 466. Bullet high. Wahoo.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Point after, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They run again with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Check 52.
Hug, Monday. Hug.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hug, Monday.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Nice. Let's pick it up.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 65 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
Mike, hey, watch the ball. 44, Mike, 44.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
44 is the Mike.
Box track. Watch the slant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Airing run out, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen, and this is incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
57's the mic. Rock 57. I got you, punk. 57. 57.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 13. Hug.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They come out here in the eye. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
That's track. Check. Crunch. 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 Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now they run with Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, 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 check.
2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Hey, keep on. Let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Set, set, set.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Chopper! Chopper!
53, check 53.
Bound to lose one. Mike, 50. Hurry! Hurry! What happened?
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
53 to Mike. 50.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Win the rep, let's go.
Hard. Hey, box truck.
57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. It's our field.
Here's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And that'll make it third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You got three down. Middle.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. Rosen now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This a 33-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
There ain't no time, is it?